Hi, this is Giovanni Di Stefano again addressing my fellow shareholders in the Rangers Football Club PLC. First of all, thank you very much for all the emails, faxes, even some letters, and SMS message, telephone calls that have arrived offering help and assistance in researching this matter in order that some form of justice can be attained. The time, however, has now come for certain specific actions, and therefore the last 2 days I've been in consultation with those that advise me and what course of action that should be taken, and the conclusion, inevitable conclusion, is that pursuant to my letter to Duff and Phelps, which miraculously or strangely as it may seem has not even been, well, it's been acknowledged, but there's been no comment on it. Of course, it is the right of anybody that is accused to make no comments whatsoever. That is a fundamental right. However, as we all know, it's not like the old days where you could stay silent until the trap door fell. These days, unfortunately, if allegations are made against you, it can be held against you under certain circumstances if you fail to provide at least your side of the story, and there can be some very dire consequences. One would have thought that Duff and Phelps and others would have, at the very least, refuted some or all of the allegations, but nothing has been forthcoming. So the position is that unless action is taken, it would appear that these people are so powerful, as I said before on some of my messages. The corruption in the Rangers Football Club PLC, and possibly by what I have information that has come to light in other clubs, more so in Scotland than in the United Kingdom, because it's been less regulated, of course, and it's a smaller league, and therefore one can do an awful lot more. But it would appear that it is so high, so powerful, the people that are involved, that they are going to take a nonchalance, a couldn't care less attitude. Do what you want, we are the authority, and therefore what can you do to us? Well, history has shown us what can happen when even those who are so high can consider themselves above the law. So next week it's my intention to issue a Part 23 application under the Section 994 of the Companies Act 2006, an application to the Chancery Division, asking a judge of the Chancery Division to look into the allegations, that specific allegations that I have made, the monies that have gone missing, and it's not, I'm afraid, only limited to during the period of the administration or during the very short period that Craig White had everything under control, under his control. It would appear that although he completed the acquisition in 2011, according to the information, he was probably a de facto or a shadow owner long before that. Be that as it may, that is a matter, of course, that's going to come out. I have spoken also to the District Attorney's office in Manhattan. There are American shareholders, and therefore they are now seized of this matter, and they will make their own investigations. Of course, also the Strathclyde police will also be dealing with their own inquiry as far as Scotland is concerned. That is a matter for them. But it seems to me that since the investigations into all of this has occurred, there has been a rush, a tremendous rush into killing off Rangers Football Club. I call this corporate genocide in the way simply because you start with Rangers Football Club, you kill off everything that's happened in the past. They want to strip the titles. They don't want people to play. They want to prolong. And they're all matters for Mr. Green. As far as I'm concerned, the only legitimate company that holds any sensible title whatsoever is an company that is not insolvent, the Rangers Football Club PLC, and that is the company that holds the share in the SPL, and that is the company that should properly be playing in the Scottish Premier League. So, next, for the shareholders, it goes like this. I will make an application under Part 23 and Section 994 of the Companies Act 2006. That's an application that's made on paper to a judge of the Chancery Division in the Rolls Building, the new building in London there. Anybody, once I obtain a reference number there, I will publish that, of course, there. It's entirely up to the other shareholders whether they want to join that action or not. That's a matter, of course, for other shareholders. I repeat, you must take independent legal advice as to whether or not that is sensible. You want to take that course of action. I'm going to go ahead. Section 994 is very, very clear. Just needs one person. So I'm quite happy to be on the front line as usual. Now, just to finish off and tidy up one small matter on Blue Pitch Holdings there. That company allegedly or purportedly owns 23% of the new Rangers, shall we call it that. That company, one of the directors, an Italian person, is housed in this building, quite appropriately near a post office in London. That is the address that he gives. Now, by coincidence, that is also an address that is used by a number of directors who have changed their names, who all work for BDO Stoy Hayward. And lo and behold, last night I had information from the gnomes in Switzerland, who have, of course, confirmed that Blue Pitch Holdings is a company that is designed for investment, short-term investment, where a quick buck can be made, and it is, of course, directed by BDO Stoy Hayward. It has directors, one female and one male. And of course, the mistake that many people make, they believe that you cannot hide your, you can't hide your, you can leave, you can do things and not be traced. Well, of course, in this world that we live in today, the world where we can put a man on the moon, we can certainly trace paper. That is an easy, very, very easy solution. So, that is the situation. I repeat, I will be making an application, possibly with an injunction as well. I haven't yet decided, but certainly an application notice under Part 23 for the Companies Act, Section 994, where a minority shareholder has been prejudicially unfair, and where those that are administering the company have acted in a manner that is not proper and not correct, certainly prejudicial to the shareholders and certainly prejudicial to the history of Scottish football. Whether one is successful or not, that of course is a matter for the courts, but one thing that the courts will of course consider is that the allegations against certain specific people have been out there now for a good period of time and nothing has come back. And those are very serious allegations. Now, it may well be that the FBI have become involved and they prefer not to say anything. That, of course, is a matter for them. We all must assume our own responsibilities there. If you want to join in the action, if you want to support the application, you must obtain first independent legal advice within your jurisdiction. And I'm not just addressing the shareholders in Scotland, there are shareholders in 37 different countries. So you obtain your own legal advice. I will publish the next week the reference number in the Chancery Division, and that will be a matter for your legal advisors to decide whether or not, or indeed whether they want to make their own application. That's a matter for them as well. Other than that, it seems to me that this situation, unless it's got in hand, it's very, very much, the horse really will have bolted long ago, and we won't be able to catch him. And it'll be all very well, all of us complaining and demonstrating, but at the end of the day, the club is going to be lost unless certain specific action is taken. And that is not only from the police, it has to come also from the courts. I'm going to do my best. Can't give any guarantees, but I'm certainly going to try, and we'll get some answers, if nothing else, because remember, in a court process, you get documents. Allegations are made, people have to provide documents, and that is what, certainly, it's something that has taxed the mind of Lord Hodge also in the Court of Sessions, who's certainly asked Duff & Phelps to provide certain information, and that it has, I understand, has been very difficult in not forthcoming. So that's a matter for them. We must all do our own thing there. Other than that, there's not very much more that we can do. I will continue researching and digging. All the time emails are coming in with more information. Some of it is important, some of it's probative, some of it, of course, is just a by-the-by information. All information is important. So please, if you have any information, do contact me. Those that want to help in the research, I'll be contacting at the weekend. Don't think we need more than 4 or 5 people. Otherwise, too many cooks are going to spoil the broth. But please do continue providing the information. Thank you very much.